Mobile phones, we're all guilty of overdoing it, actually. Apparently, too many parents are too tied into their phones. I don't know if we wave our phones about in case you don't know what they are. There you go. But
I think
also,
the point we're trying to make is they're always with us.
they're always with us. And also, too many kids have got smartphones now as well. I mean, it's a shocking number of, like, 5 to 7-year-olds have got smartphones.
5 to 7-year-olds have smartphones, according to Ofcom.
So do we need to have a digital detox, do we think?
Well, joining us now is the author of Digitox, Mark Ellis. Good to see you this morning, Mark. And this is your book, isn't it, Digitox?
It is.
And it's all about your family's experiment of going phone-free or tech-free entirely.
Tech-free entirely. Well, tech-free some of the time. I think we all need to go on a bit of a digital diet, right? We'll need junk food all day long. We'll need chocolate all day long. Shouldn't really be on the phones all day long. Just realised I left mine outside. I'm getting
Just
anxious.
as well.
Getting anxious.
But is that a real thing? I mean, do you still get anxious without your phone and things?
Less and less, and it depends on how much time you spend away from it. So it's an addiction we broke. It's a control that we now have. So you shouldn't really let your tools rule over you. Really, I think a good tool.
What led you to that point as a family? You've got 4 children, haven't you?
4, yep.
When did you decide that enough was enough and you had to have a detox?
Had a bit of a dad moment, actually. I'd love to say there was some scientific approach to this, but no one was paying much attention to me one Sunday morning, and I pulled the router out of the wall, which is the thing that controls the internet for the house, and took everybody's phones and devices away, and went, right, well, we're not going to do this. But they're good kids, and they had such a negative reaction to it. It piqued my interest into why that would be, and that led me down the route of seeing that this was an addiction like anything else, and so on and so forth. And I set out to kind of break it, using the family as an experiment. All
right, so how difficult was it, and do you genuinely think this is something families really need to do?
I do, and there's more and more studies are showing now that there's actual damage to grey and white matter in the brain being caused by this, especially when children are exposed to it. Not so much for me being slightly older, but it's very formative. It does make changes to your personality. It limits your ability to focus. It limits your ability to emotionally connect, memory. There's a whole raft of things. That's not to say that the internet's evil and smartphones are evil. It just means, like, show a bit of control, a bit of restraint.
What benefits have you seen from cutting back on phone use in your household?
So we definitely saw the kids' educational standards go up. That was significant. And the kids now, they're 24 down to 14. When we started this, they were 3 teenagers and 1 younger. We've seen better. I would say they have stronger social. They're all going to kill me for something like this, but they have better social skills, I think, than some of their peers. They're better able to interrelate, and they have the ability now. They go on the phones a lot. They have the ability to put it down, and it doesn't cause them stress.
And what's the addictive part? Because is social media the key problem? Because it's that thing that sucks you in. There's no end point to it.
Well, your phone is going to feed you. There's really, really smart people in the tech industry, right? So I've been in the tech industry for 30 years. So some of the best paid people in tech are trying to get you to use their product, whether that's social media or online shopping. Anything that can pique your interest. And every time you do something you like, you get your little dopamine hit, and then that reinforces it. Social media is prime for that, because anything you post, you can't help thinking, do people like it? And you're checking for likes. Or people actually touch their phones more than they pick them up, just to check they're there, or is there a like, or is there a vibrate, or is there a this, or is there a that. A very strange concept.
It is a very strange concept. Mark, we're out of time. Fascinating to talk to you.
And this is the book. Where can people get it if they're interested in reading a bit more?
Major online retailers and in the bookstores.
Lovely. Mark, good to see you. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
I think we all need to be a little bit more sensible, don't we, about all these sort of things, to be perfectly honest.
It's nice being away from your phone sometimes.
Yeah. I'm not as bad as I used to be by a long shot.
Oh, really? When I'm cleaning, I leave the phone in a different room, and I quite like it.
Do you?
Yeah. Anyway.
Cleaning. Dear me. Paul Coyte's got your sport in just a couple of minutes. Don't pick up your phone, but don't go anywhere.
Yes.